decision isn't yours to make. Don't lie about the way things are. The tall tales will take you there.
Hey everyone, it's Marianne from the New York City Organization of Public Service Retirees. Have you kind of noticed the hypocrisy among politicians these days? It's kind of really disgusting. In our own New York City Council, we have had a lot of frustration with this, and it just doesn't ever really seem to end. We don't understand why there are these double standards, and it's equally as frustrating that we have to deal with this year after year. And specifically what we're speaking about is Intro 1096, which is legislation that the retirees had drafted that was to protect their federal public health benefit, Medicare insurance that was promised to them decades ago from when they first entered into civil service working for the city of New York. So let's get into that a little bit. Here's the hypocrisy that I want to highlight today, and I want to keep this as a short video, hopefully to get as much attention as possible. Today, we're live streaming into Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, and for some reason, we can't seem to get Instagram to work, but I'll try to repost it there as well. So the people behind me, this is the city council, and there's 51 people in this body, and there's only like 8 people on the Common Sense Caucus, which is typically your Republicans or more conservative Democrats. And this past week, you had the Trump administration announce that they were going to end federal funding for the states and the municipalities. And some of these programs was, for example, federal public health benefits like Medicaid and healthcare for low-income people, right? Well, do you not see the outrage? And I want to show this to you. So here you have posts on Twitter from Adrienne Adams, who's the speaker, denouncing Trump's order for freezing federal funding for critical services. You have the New York City Council that retweeted the same thing and put their own little twist on it. Then you have Justin Brannan saying the same exact thing. We won't allow a dictator to rule by spite. We must use every dollar of our $115 billion New York City budget as a brick in the wall against whatever fresh hell Trump tries to cook up. No matter who you voted for, the New York City Council will have your back. Really, Justin, I keep trying to see this and I just don't see it. Trump is illegally holding back federal funds Congress already approved, money New Yorkers rely on for housing, education, childcare, and more. New York City gives more to DC than we get back, and now they're making us pay the price for their chaos. We won't back down from this fight. Lynn Schulman, the same thing. New Yorkers and people across the country rely on vital federal funding from children and families to older adults and students. Okay, now, understand something. I don't give a damn whether you're a Republican, a Democrat, an independent, or what the hell you are. The outrage of this city council, because this presidential administration just rescinded federal funding for federal public health benefits. But the irony is there's no outrage that a Democratic mayor in a Democratic city of a body of 51 people who were mostly Democratic and mostly progressives have no outrage that a Democratic mayor went to take away a federal public health benefit from 250,000 public service retirees. There's no outrage. They don't even see the hypocrisy of their outrage of what was just done. And then today, a federal court has blocked the Trump administration from rescinding those federal dollars to municipalities, keeping those vital services in place. And then the Trump administration just walked back that act. So where is the city council common sense? Justin Brannan, Adrienne Adams, Lynn Schulman, Carmen De La Rosa, where's the New York City Council going? You know what? This was a problem. We should never have allowed that happen. You can't show outrage to the federal government for rescinding a federal public health benefit funding when since 1967, the New York City Administrative Code states the city will pay the full cost of health coverage up to the HIP HMO for every employee, retiree, and their dependent. For Justin Brannan's office, who's also the chair of finance, who's running for comptroller, to say Oh, well, I can't vote on this. I'm only one vote, his office told our retirees yesterday. I'm trying to preserve the money in the budget. Your job to preserve the money in the budget, the law does that. The law says the city will pay. It's earmarked. It's been earmarked. Just like the federal funding that was supposed to go to all the states and the municipalities for Medicaid and housing and all of those federal services that the government provides. Our city government provides that the city will pay the full cost of health coverage. Justin, I'm not letting you off of this one. You told me bring the full bill back and you'd get on it. And here we are, January 29th, 2025, and your office is telling our retirees, oh, but he's just one vote, literally minimizing you. So I guess Justin has no power. There's nothing for him to get on. He can't sign a bill. His power is minimal. The speaker, Jeremy John, telling people, but she's not going to get on it. There's no way she's going to sign it. It violates collective bargaining. For Jeremy John to still be saying that, that definitely tells me that the speaker is a puppet to the union. And so is Jeremy John to Henry Garrido. Because right now they're the only union bitching about this. So I'm sorry, this is fake outrage, people. You can't say, the speaker, the city council members cannot say that there is outrage because the federal government was going to rescind federal funding for public health care for Medicaid. But yet they don't have the same anger that the mayor for the last 4 years has been doing the same damn thing. All right, I'm stepping off my soapbox. Thank you.
Don't speak what you don't understand. The truth is not in your command. Don't shout about what you think is fake. The decision isn't yours to make. Don't lie about the way things are. The tall tales will take you very far. Don't scoff when they say it's the end. In this life we know you can't pretend. The days pass by.